Young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check 41.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Hey, check 24.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He can't get him down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
4 down.
General West. Gun.
Motion.
Wait the hot.
Cousins gives way to Cook. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, exit.
Wild Bill.
They're working out of the gun. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Check 4. Undercrush.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All day, defense, all day.
Black. Gun.
Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Sir. Not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. To throw is Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down, Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Mike 5-5. Mike
Gun.
5-5. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. On the return, Carter. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Miller, and he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check, 55, Mike. Switch up, switch 54. Hang it. 55, Mike, 55. I can't believe they let you play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Third and long, it's Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's now 3-0 Texans. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 50 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Mike 41. Check this. Breaker Omaha. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
They need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 9-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the screen, 55. Watch the screen. That's it. Right there, 54.
Watson looks to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, it's Watson rolling to his right. He can run for it, and this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson in the final seconds of the first half, and the Texans have retaken the lead.
Let's go.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
You got three down.
2 points down, you turn up.
Tighten up.
A first down carry now for Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Hey, what's that? UAT! Hey, 59! 54!
Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Right there.
Now let's go!
Throwing on second and 14. Watson, he's got Fuller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
What's that? UAT!
Check. Block 54. Yeah, let's get set lunch.
On third down, Miller. And now Miller hit, and he
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
and avoids the turnover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
26!
Out of the gun, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Watson on target here to Fuller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Check, Mike 54. Check.
On first down, Watson. He's got the hook up to Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Check 55, Mike. Watch one.
Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and it's a touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Watch the twist.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 44 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, it's Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. Here we go, G. Slash. 31.
Here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Vikings play the win. Let's go at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Let's go. Let's go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Watson now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Slam.
Protein spill.
They go play action. Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.